So, ja, einen wunderschönen guten Morgen. Es ist Samstag, die Nachtschicht ist vorbei und der Sound ist viel zu laut. Ah, besser. Wir spielen Vampyr. War zu erwarten. Wow. Schauen wir mal. Ich weiß schon gar nicht mehr, wo wir stehen geblieben sind. Ach ja, wir waren auf dem Friedhof. Da wurden wir erschreckt und jetzt gehen wir zur Beerdigung. Schauen wir mal, ob wir irgendwas wiederholen müssen. Da wird schon mal nichts angezeigt. Nochmal da lang. Nope, die haben wir schon abgeräumt. Sehr schön. Ich könnte mal ganz auf der anderen Seite schauen. Und oben war jetzt was. Ich höre noch immer welche von diesen scheiß Viechern schreien. Die Frage ist, wo sind die? Die waren wir, glaube ich, schon. Jupp, da ist die Kirche. Steht sie davor? Ja, sie haben wir schon. Ups. So. Hier waren wir scheinbar auch schon. Naja. Oh, den können wir noch looten. Bleibt uns nur noch der Weg hier lang. Da wollen wir jetzt aber noch nicht hin. Ah, okay. So. Das geht alles noch zu dem Gebäude. Na gut, na dann. Jetzt weiter nichts mehr versteckt ist.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
Ach so, ja, wir müssen versteckt zuschauen. So, es geht los.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Ja, das wird dann unsere Mutter sein. Mhm.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Praktisch, ne?
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
Oh.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her
Cool.
death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
I'm learning. Every night is a new lesson. What I am, what I must do to survive. But my sister, she shouldn't have suffered because of my weakness.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
Oh nein, nicht
My
zu dem
lady wants me
Wahnsinnigen.
to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
So, jetzt schauen wir noch kurz, ob wir irgendwas finden. So. Naja. Ups. Was haben wir noch an Aufgaben? Witwenhütten. Dämliche Markierung. Da gehen wir hin. So. Hier war mal schon mal. Das war nicht gut. Nein, gar nicht gut. So. Oh, da ist ja noch einer. Und noch einer. Schau mal, hör auf mich zu hauen. Fuck. Na jawohl. Genau. Fuck, 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 fuck. Ich will mir jetzt fangen, ne? Schnell. Ah. Nein, wieso darfst du... Oh, das ist ein Kampfsystem, das ist nicht normal. So. Gucken wir den nochmal.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
Nö.
All right.
Und wieder runter. So. Gibt's auch irgendwas? Oh. Bin schon weg. Sollen wir schlafen oder nicht?
And off to church
Oh.
he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Okay. Ja.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Indeed. Wir probieren's. Das ging einfach als gedacht.
This man stunned me with his faith.
Nein, hat er nicht getan.
Crucifix. This is not good news.
Hallo? Jo, das ist noch einer. Hör auf mich zu schießen. Der hat nichts dabei. Sein Pech aber auch. Tada. Sie was. So. Oh oh.
It's locked, all right.
Das ist, glaube ich, nichts Gutes. Nein. Was geht denn hier? Die muss ich aufholen. So. Oh, ist ein Räumen. Wo bist du? Du bist schon kaputt. Oh. Okay. Ich glaube, offensichtlich kriege ich keine Hinweise mehr. Geh doch kaputt, ey. Das war alles. Hm, hier. Immerhin ein bisschen. Eine schöne Blume. Kann ich die vielleicht der Dings darum schenken? Also Grain ist es kaputt. War die hier, gell? Vielleicht kriege ich dann irgendwelche Hinweise für die. Naja, wir werden es probieren. So.
Good evening. Are you living?
And why not?
Why are you?
I remember the night you came here and...
What about your house?
My house is always open.
What do you plan?
I'm not...
What kind?
Stories all...
You believe them?
Yes, I am old and alone and...
Tell me everything you know about.
I do
Das
not
hat mir, glaube ich, schon.
believe in the...
I heard what.
Everything was go...
I regret.
So you put an end to the operation.
You seem to have a lot on your chest.
I heard you are a famous surgeon.
I didn't use drugs or medical trickery.
But what happened to her then?
Das kraut nicht aus. Na gut.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Puh. Oh, hier können wir jetzt auch nichts machen. Bitte? Haben wir da schon drin? Hm. Ja, ist der Zugang zum Unterschlupf. Okay, passt schon. Gehen wir wieder raus. Ist bei dir was
Good
Neues?
evening, Doc.
Have you any news of
It appears the dispensary is now a maid.
Mhm.
Goodbye.
Oh, diese Dingsda. Johnny Troops, bla bla. Oh, da oben ist sie. So.
Hello again.
Kann ich dir die Blume geben?
Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very
Ist
well.
gesund. So. Jetzt gehen wir zum Unterschlupf, schlafen und dann gehen wir zur Kirche. Okay. Das sollen sie bei der verfügbar. Ja, ist ja wurscht. Da neu. So, füllen wir erstmal unsere Sachen auf. Ja, ganz so schlecht. So, oh, ich weiß gar nicht, was ihr dran gehört. So, wir tragen aktuell blablabla, die Säge und einen guten Revolver. Gut. Blödsinn. So. Die Säge. Machen wir jetzt eine Revolver. So. Für uns sehr guter Abzug. Oh. Gut, legen wir uns hin. Können wir noch nichts machen, Stufe 10 benötigt. Wir sind erst 7. Ach, warum nicht? Deswegen nicht, weil teuer. $2000. Halleluja. Gut, schlafen wir ein bisschen. Du bist kaputt. Halleluja. Ja gut, das sind wir ja nicht. Da können wir auch nichts machen. Jo, gehen wir zur Kirche. Ich höre, der WC grottig noch aus.
Imprisoned by your daily routine.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop, but I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar, but this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel, for I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed.
They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest.
Okay.
As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
Was nehmen wir? Was nehmen wir?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Das war's. Gut.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better?
Nö, ja, wir können ein bisschen Fuß ablassen. Bla 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 bla. Keine Zeit für euch. So. Schau mal einen Müll ein.
Remorse and pain are precious. are you?
Oha. Hallo?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Spoiler, er ist Merlin.
Tell me what you are.
I am the whitened bones and blackened soil. The land made blood coursing through thy veins.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me. Pretending
So
to know
rätselhaft
how
wie
I should
nutzlos.
feel or behave.
Aber gut.
So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind?
Nö, ich glaube, der ist relativ mächtig. Oh. Du bist gewandert.
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiaoshun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoshun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
No.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you, since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Have you
I heard that she used to help.
Ich mach's einfach, weil, ja.
You're right.
You sound like you're no stranger.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my conduct.
Sehr gut. Jo.
Goodbye.
Ich mal alles erledigt. Achso.
Maybe I'll see.
Eins noch. Die ist gesund. Ein Hinweis fehlt aber noch. So.
So many.
Boah, ab ins Krankenhaus. Boah, jetzt ist Blätter weg. Ah, keine Abkürzung nehmen. Servus. Die Baro jetzt. Ich kann einen anderen Blatt machen. Ups. Das war hier links. Da rein. Das ist schon wieder einer. Zack. Ja, wo geht die andere Tür hin?
It's locked.
Okay. Hallo? Ja, danke. Ah, hier war ich schon mal.
Sir, step over there!
Links runter und dann... Ah, lass mich doch in Ruhe. Oh, Sackgasse. Na dann. Hallo? Das kann ich auch. So. Und dann looten wir halt ein bisschen. So. Das nehmen wir mit. Eine Ratte. Ja, wirklich Blut verbrauchen wir nicht. Ich glaube, es liegt daran, dass wir noch keine Spezialfähigkeiten haben. Wobei. Doch, haben wir. Okay. Ja, jetzt sind wir falsch abgebogen. Ah, ist schon richtig. Oh ne. Da wollten wir eigentlich nicht rein. Aber wir haben eine Abkürzung. Ja. Auf geht's.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Jo. Schauen wir uns erstmal um. Seltene Spezies Vampiren. Okay. Hi.
What happened? The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home. We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope. Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly. You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he? She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess. Very well. I'll help you. I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients. You need to know you can trust me, Edgar. I do, dear fellow, I do. Please then, tell me. Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all. So Hampton became more beast than man. Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us? Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff. McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan. Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this. If you don't mind, I have a... I'd be delighted. I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused me of hypocrisy. Perhaps it was a skull. London's streets are overflowing with them these days. It was a vampire, all right. But what kind, I'm not sure. He was large and very fast. If you find anything more about this creature, the Brotherhood would greatly appreciate any information you could spare. He was observing me with the obvious intent to do me harm. His very presence evoked a palpable sense of menace. You need to be careful, Jonathan. You've no idea what this creature really is.
Du weißt gar nichts.
I recently tried to enter a church. It has been a very unpleasant experience. The Brotherhood's research on the matter of faith and vampirism has proved somewhat insubstantial, to say the least. It's hard to explain in terms of science, that's for sure. I'm sure Lady Ashbury will have far greater insight into this matter than little old me. Is this proof that I'm cursed in the eyes of the divine? The wrath of the Almighty? There's no way of knowing. It could be subconscious guilt, or irrational fear, or deep-seated beliefs. What exactly happened here while I was absent? Hampton turned, quite violently as it happened. Lurking about, attacked Miss Jones. To say he created quite a commotion would be an understatement. Are you sure it was Hampton that killed Miss Jones? There was blood everywhere, but no body. And you know the state she was in. I fear for what he did with her. Hopefully he just hid the corpse. How did the Guard of Prewen come to hear of this? McCullum has spies everywhere. He will jump at any opportunity to disparage the Brotherhood and show his contempt. Who was that man in your office? Geoffrey McCullum, actual leader of the Guard of Prewen. I suspect he's the man behind the rebirth of this old and dusty society. They know I'm here now, don't they? I can guarantee one thing. The Guard of Prewen would never dare to attack the hospital while I'm in charge here. What do they hope to achieve?
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all vampires in the country. They see you as a threat to mankind, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Das war's schon wieder.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Das ist richtig, aber ich will erst im Krankenhaus überprüfen.
What on earth happened here?
Mhm. Wisst ihr was?
Good evening, Miss.
I need blood.
Is there anything?
Many things can happen under...
But did you see or...
I can't say I did, but...
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
Ja, du wohnst auch hier. Was ist los? So.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Can you tell...
Before the...
Did you recognize...
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Goodbye.
Ich brauche die Schwester. Wo ist die Schwester? Oh, praktisch.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Da gibt's nichts Neues.
What can you tell?
That...
And did you see...
No.
Where is...
I don't know.
Did you...
I think I saw...
Goodbye, Nurse.
Ich glaube, ich muss dann mit dem Haber reden, ne? Oh, schau da. Hallo.
Oh, Jonathan.
Yes.
Jonathan, how could you...
Forgive me if I feel...
I'm always here.
What do you know of Ascalon?
Ja.
I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Okay.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Have you embraced this woman?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Okay. So.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
Du lebt in Abstinenz. Jo. Steh mir da weg, bitte. So. Tippet, wo ist Tippet? Hallo, Tippet.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Nope.
It's a tragedy. Do you think I should not have brought Miss...
It's not your fault.
Goodbye,
Es
Dr.
fehlen Hinweise. Aber kann ich vielleicht schauen. Boah. Ja, nee. So. Und dann machen wir hier für heute Schluss und machen in einer Viertelstunde weiter mit DBD. Und das nächste Mal, glaube ich, nach der Docs löschen wir Whitechapel aus. So. Bis dann.